Agent Leny at your service. Alala lang po guys, itong sasabihin ko is just a guide. So, pwede pong maiba ang requirements pauwing provinces. Ipipin ko sa comment section sa baba kung may mga bagong updates pauwing provinces. And also guys, diyan din po sa description box sa hindi nakakaalam, ipapakita ko po sa side kung saan yung description box. Makikita nyo po dyan yung link ng mga requirements pauwing provinces. So guys, for today's vlog, pupunta tayong Cebu. Alam ko pong gusto nyo na pong umuwi. Kailangan alamin nyo po muna yung requirements going to Cebu. So let's go! Ang travel permission po guys ay nasa MGCQ po yung Cebu, January 1 to 31, 2021. So allowed naman po kayo mag-travel. Ayun, pwede. Basta guys, sundin nyo lang po yung mga requirements, makaka-travel po kayo. Okay, reminder sa mga traveler that all passengers and personnel should wear face mask and face shield. So very important naman yun kahit saan kayo pumuntang airport guys. And also, persons with incomplete documents shall not be allowed to board this aircraft. So yun, kailangan alamin nyo muna yung mga requirements para po makapasok kayo ng Cebu. And kailangan nyo po ng confirmed round trip plane ticket must also be presented except for the LSI and ROF. So, ibig sabihin, the LSI, okay lang po na umuwi sila kahit wala silang round trip ticket, and also the ROF or the returning OFW. Then, kailangan nyo pong mag-fill out Province of Cebu Public Health Passenger Locator Form. You need also the certification from the provincial government of Cebu shall be issued within 24 hours from the submission of the complete applicable documents. So, yun po yun guys, yung mga reminders. Ngayon, let's go to the requirements of the ROF or returning OFW. Kailangan po ninyo ng acceptance letter from the respective municipality kung saan po kayo uuwi. Yun guys, yung acceptance na yun, kinukuha po yun sa barangay. So, yun po, kailangan po yun para sa inyong quarantine. Ayan. Then, kailangan nyo po ng negative RT-PCR result and quarantine certification issued by the DOH and also the identification card. Yun po yung mga requirements ng mga ROF. So, ngayon, let's go to the LSI. Ito yung mas marami, yung mga locally stranded individuals. So, matatawag kayong locally stranded individual pag kayo po ay taga Cebu. So, pag hindi po kayo OFW or hindi kayo nagtatrabaho sa isang company na ina-allowed kayong mag-travel for business, so ang tawag sa inyo guys ay LSI. Ayun, para hindi po kayo malito. LSI po yung tawag sa inyo. Yung ROF na yan, para lang po yan sa mga OFW or returning OFW. And also, yun, let's go to the LSI. Your requirements is a medical clearance and certification issued by the city or municipal health office based on the following: that the LSI is neither a contact suspect or probable or confirmed COVID-19 case, and that the LSI complete the 14-day quarantine based on the quarantine standards set by the DOH, or that the LSI confirmed as a COVID-19 case was tested negative through RT-PCR twice. Travel authority also, you need to get that on the PNP and also the valid identification card. Yun lang naman po yung importante na kukunin po ng mga LSI. So, wala po ditong nakalagay guys na swab test. And now, let's go to the APOR. Kailangan nyo po sa mga APOR, medical certificate, certificate of employment, company ID, round-trip ticket, letter of appointment, or proof of visit. So, sila po yung may mga business purposes ng mga travelers. Yan po yung mga requirements nyo. And now, when you want to travel to the Cebu City, reminders that no person shall be allowed entry into the city without presenting an authority to enter. So, such authority to enter shall be issued upon the submission, upload of the following documents to the Cebu City government portal at www.yon. Ilalagay ko din po yung link na yan guys on the description box. I-click nyo na rin po doon para po alam nyo po yung details dito sa link na to. So, take note guys sa mga travelers going to the Cebu City, exemption from the letter of coordination and quarantine. Mga exempted to guys sa quarantine. So, very important na malaman nyo kung exempted po kayo sa quarantine or PCR swab test requirements. Transiting packs in Manila provided they will show proof of port of origin. So, sila po yun guys, yung may mga 2-stop, yun, yung mga dadaan lang pong Cebu, pero talagang yung travel nila is going to Manila. May ganun kasing ticket guys, yung 2 stop pa sila, dadaan pa silang Cebu. So kailangan lang po i-present yung boarding pass nyo or ticket. Then the originating packs from Cebu City who are classified as APOR. So kung galing talaga kayong Cebu, then yung purpose nyo po in Manila is a business travel and also allowed naman kayo ng company yon. No need na po kayo guys. Then, the passenger under the classification above shall cannot provide a letter of coordination will be accepted upon check-in and will need to call or coordinate with their barangay before boarding. Kung wala man po kayong coordination letter during your check-in, pagdating naman po sa boarding, kailangan nyo na po guys makipag-coordinate sa inyong LGU. Upon arrival in Mactan-Cebu Airport, passenger without a letter of coordination will need to approach the kiosk of the Cebu City LGU for validation and confirmation of acceptance. Yun, kung wala kayo guys, requirements na coordination, dun pa rin po yun hahanapin sa Cebu City. Okay, kailangan nyo din po yun guys. So para iwas hassle, bago na lang po yung flight nyo, i-comply nyo po yung requirements na yan. Yun po yung mga reminders going to Cebu. So now, let's go to the LSI. Requirements. Kailangan po ng mga LSI ng letter of coordination from the barangay of residence in the Cebu City. Then, medical certificate. Then, the medical certificate. Yun lang po yung kailangan ng mga LSI. So, for the APOR naman, ito nga yung may mga business purposes guys, that all public APOR, travel or mission, order issued by the head of agency, certificate of employment, except for uniformed personnel and the valid ID. For the long-term private APOR staying in the Cebu City for more than 14 days, travel clearance from the office of the Cebu City Mayor, a letter of coordination from the barangay of residence in the city of Cebu, except for government agencies, then the local government unit and government personnel. Then you need the valid ID and the medical certificate upon arrival, required to undergo 14-day quarantine and RT-PCR. So yun pagpupunta talaga kayo sa city of Cebu guys. For short-term private APOR, yun, kung madalian lang naman kayo, non-resident APOR traveling to Cebu for less than 14 days, kung mga 3 days lang naman kayo, travel clearance issued by the Office of the Mayor of the City of Cebu. Yun lang yung requirements nyo. Negative RT-PCR test result within 3 days prior to departure. Validity of the RT-PCR result should start at the date the test was taken. Return flight ticket. Failure to provide return flight ticket will deem such individual as a long-term APOR and the protocol for long-term APORs shall apply. So, makwa-quarantine kayo guys pag mag-i-stay kayo ng 14 days sa Cebu. At pag wala kayong katibayan, nababalik talaga kayo sa Manila or kung saan man kayo. Valid ID also. You are not required to undergo 14-day quarantine kung hindi naman po kayo 14 days sa Cebu. So, para po yun sa mga APOR. Then, the Lapu-Lapu City, pag doon naman po kayo pumunta, the permission is MGCQ. So, pwede din po allowed kayo doon guys to travel. Then, the ROF, kailangan nyo po ng negative RT-PCR result and quarantine certification issued by the DOH, Bureau of Quarantine, identification card, travel authority issued by the Joint Task Force. Okay? And the LSI naman, going to Lapu-Lapu City, letter of acceptance issued by the Lapu-Lapu City Government, Travel Authority by PNP, medical certificate issued within 5 days from date of travel in the absence of a travel authority for those coming from areas where travel authorities are no longer issued. And then for the APOR, letter of acceptance issued by the Lapu-Lapu City Government, valid ID and certificate of employment, also state purpose of travel. So, mas mahigpit po sa Lapu-Lapu City guys. Tourist or non-essential travel going to Lapu-Lapu, kailangan nyo po ng letter of acceptance issued by the Lapu-Lapu City Government, negative RT-PCR swab test 72 hours prior departure from DOH accredited laboratory. In the event that the guest, visitor, or tourist does not have a RT-PCR test result upon arrival at the airport, they can undergo RT-PCR testing at their own expense. Thereafter, they shall isolate of their hotel into the result
are released. So, kailangan nyo pong mag-quarantine at the hotel. Proof of confirmed booking in a hotel accommodation establishment based in Lapu-Lapu City with a DOT certificate of authority to operate and the round-trip ticket. Next, let's go to the Mandaue City. So, iba-iba po yung mga requirements sa kanilang mga city, kaya po nakalagay dito guys. Pag Lapu-Lapu City, Mandaue City, iba din po. So, pero allowed kayo mag-travel. For the ROF, kailangan nyo po ng negative RT-PCR result and the quarantine certification, identification card, travel authority issued by the Joint Task Force. And for the LSI, kailangan po ng medical certificate issued by the city or municipality, travel authority issued by the Joint Task Force, letter of acceptance, and the valid identification card. And also, for the APOR, ito yung mga business, may mga allowed ng company nila, kailangan nyo po ng valid ID, certificate of employment, company ID, round-trip ticket, and letter of appointment. Also, kailangan nyo po guys i-update time to time din po kung may mga travel kayo at kunin nyo din po yung contact details ng inyong mga LGU para po sila po talaga makakapagsabi kung ano po yung mga requirements nyo or may mga updated na mga requirements, kasi minsan kahit mag-book kayo sa airlines, yun din po yung i-advise sa inyo guys na kailangan nyo pong i-contact ang inyong mga LGU. So, sana po nasundan nyo po yung mga requirements going to Cebu guys.
Kung nagustuhan mo po yung video to guys, don't forget to like this video at kung may natutunan kayo, and also share this video guys para marami tayong matulungan, and wag nyo rin pong kalimutan i-click ang subscribe button and the bell icon so that you will be updated on my next video. Goodbye everyone! Thank you